social media about the problem with double elimination for large events. And I'm fine with double elim, but, you know, how can you improve on it? And round-robin pools is not the worst way to do that because you're guaranteeing all of the people who pay X and Y and Z amount to play in these large events more than 2 games. Because 1/4 of all players are going to go 0-2 in a double elim bracket. That's just the math. So that means 1/4 of your people paid however much into these like big events and large brackets to go 0-2 and just kind of sit around for a while till friendly sets open up. And that can be rough. For some players, it's cool. For some, it's a real big feel bad. Even like the 1-2s oftentimes don't feel great about it.
Yep. And that's why you do things like free amateur brackets.
Yep.
Side events.
Yep.
So
I can't enter amateur brackets. I can't do it. I don't want to think of myself as an amateur.
Well, if I happen to find myself in that neck of the woods, I'm just like, you know what? We're having fun. We go like that. That is when my Bayonetta shines.
Yeah.
That's where my Bayonetta shines, is the amateur bracket. Anyway, we're getting into this winners quarterfinals. One of these two is advancing into top 8 through winners. Will it be the home crowd, HPT's own ATATA, or will it be AMG's 8BitMan as he does invading his second home of Chicago?
Yeah, I hesitate to call Brett an invader at all because he's here so much. And that's perfectly fine.
He's an honorary Midwesterner, 100%.
That is absolutely true. But ATATA, 100% Midwest born and raised. Number 2 in Chicago.
On a playground is where he spent most of his days.
That's right.
Oh, that was so smart, that absorption.
Yeah, really good timing on that, too, because he did it in such a timing where that when 8BitMan tried to punish the fact that he had side magneted, he couldn't, and ATATA was able to air dodge to ledge because obviously Ness is weakest off stage.
Yeah. Now, I know you play a little, you dabble with Ness a little bit.
I've been playing Ness for 20 years, since 99-64.
Dang. What do you think of Ness in this matchup? I could see this being a matchup where he could struggle with, but I can see there's parts of this matchup where it looks like Ness could have a little bit of some sauce.
So this is a very strange matchup. As a lot of players who play against Rob are like, oh yeah, this doesn't fit the general parameters because of the way that his projectiles function. On one hand, gyro is awful to deal with. Like if you're good at dealing with gyro, you're pretty much in a great spot because Rob has got a big body and he's a little floaty and he's just that weight to where you can kind of combo him like really, really hard whenever you want to. Even though ATATA's been doing well.
Oh, up air, okay.
Wise with the up air because ATATA already showed a propensity to mash really well and really fast. The floatiness has been really good, but ATATA's been playing low to the ground, just getting a lot of his combos in quickly.
There's no jump.
Now he's dead for sure. He's going to try to go off the bottom. He can't quite reach it, though. I appreciate the attempt, and this is where it's hard for Ness. And honestly, this is the hardest part even more than the gyro, is that Rob has so much recovery that chasing you off stage with kind of big sweeping hitboxes, that fair, now that side B, that thing is nutter butters.
Yeah.
That's where Ness is going to have issues. But if you can do things like that, keep Rob off stage, where you're not off stage, and even just play neutral where gyro is not a part of it, I think that's where Ness can really shine, as we see the triple fair turning into a quintuple fair by the end of that. And we just went from ATATA was down like a full stock because he got gimped at 60 to this game was even for a second there.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are just, there's a bona fide slobber knocker right now. These two are just hitting each other with pretty much everything and the kitchen sink.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. ATATA getting the PK fire into fair. Not going to kill. Rob a little bit...
a little heavy.
A little heavier of a character.
He's a little heavy robot.
All right, dash attack.
Oh my god.
Dash attack is now a kill option
that
for Ness.
sent him so high.
Yeah, dash attack
that should be it though, right?
No, he delayed it. That was really, really smart for ATATA, but the laser gonna pop him off the side. Yeah, 8BitMan shaking off like, all right, why was that so scary? This is a Ness. You did say, what do I think of it overall? I'm fairly certain I like Rob in the matchup because getting it to where there's a neutral that's gyroless is a lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
So like what you said before is hit the nail on the head. There are times, though, when Ness is going to have the sauce.
You can't sleep on the kid.
No, you can never sleep on
Thou
the kid.
shalt not sleep on the kid. Isn't that one of the rules of Melee?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the rule of fighting Ness ever since...
since birth.
Since Smash 4 happened, really.
He was born at 9 years old, and he'll die at 9 years old, or however old the character is. He's like Ash Ketchum. He doesn't age.
It's true.
How old are you? 10. How long have you been 10? A while.
Like 20 years. No switch-ups. And it's like you said, ATATA definitely has had secondaries in the past, but he's found a lot of success with this Ness, and I doubt we'll see him switch off of it.
My hot take, that was a hot take at first, I think people are starting to catch on a little bit, is that in all games, even the mod games, this is the best version of Ness that has existed.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you gave him a third jump with that air dodge, because that thing is ridiculous.
That directional air dodge is nutty for him.
I love his new up air, like love it, love it. I think it is one of the best things he's ever gotten, because it allows you to shark so well.
Is that it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As soon as he mixed in the PK Fire, you know it was over.
I think technically you can SDI out of the F smash there. I'm not sure. It looked like he had done it correctly, so I'm starting to become more unsure on that. Maybe I'm just slow on it when I do it.
Mm-hmm.
It looked pretty true. It was very, very smart, though. ATATA knows when he can get his jab locks in with that down tilt.
And if you think about it, what an opening display for this game number 2. When you kind of lose, not very convincingly, but you lose, you know you lost.
Back throw
and to fire back with a 2-stock lead in the first minute of the game, or 2 minutes of the game.
The craziest part about this is that 8BitMan started the game with like 4 fares, and then ATATA got back on stage and he hit like 3 or 4 more fares. He did all the opening damage, and since then he's done 50 total.
Yeah, this is wild. And actually, he did get 2 stocks in just slightly over a minute.
Yeah, he popped off quite a little bit.
You can tell 8BitMan, he went back into his chair. He is very frustrated right now.
Oh, wow, Ness didn't die from that? Great DI from ATATA. I actually looked away like, oh, he's dead. Where's he going to respawn? And he just wasn't respawning.
And he didn't go for the Tombstone Pile Driver. Okay.
I was laughing because ATATA had done get up down tilt, like multiple down tilts to get in damage. I think he had resigned himself to like, I'm going to get red. I might as well get some damage. As ATATA continues to live, and it turned, oh, all right, he finally gets spiked.
The dunk. Yeah, I mean, you know, we could very much see Rob get his own crazy 0 to death. We've seen what this man can do with fair and a jump read into a wacky waving inflatable arms.
Yeah, but oh, great tech off.
He wanted to be reversed. That's so hard. Ooh, this is really tough.
Oh, he got caught up with the gyro. He caught it, but he didn't want it. That was one of those situations where you wanted to be able to like F tilt. All right, wise from 8BitMan.
Oh my God!
Wow. All right, now
like,
we got a game.
Like this is still like just like I said, this is still like doable. Ness is one of the most susceptible characters being gimped. Oh, but
that back air definitely killing. That is a meaty, even more strong version of what it used to be. Maybe not in Smash 4. I don't see a lot of people compare Ultimate to Smash 4. A lot of the crowd we have is from Smash 4. I commentated it a lot, but my knowledge in depth of Smash 4 is relegated to the matchups I saw on a weekly basis. Bayonetta, Cloud, Sheik, Diddy Kong, Mario. I know those characters. Ness in that game, I really don't know him that well. But in the world I live in, back air didn't just used to delete Rob at 118 on center stage. It would hit him off stage. That's a heavy boy.
That is a heavy boy.
All right, so ATATA with the pretty convincing victory in that game, too, as you said. 8BitMan was starting to figure some things out, had some sauce of his own, brought it back. So we're going to get a game 3.
And you kind of could like tell, like, 8BitMan had kind of given up on that match a little bit of the way through. So I think we can definitely see him make the adjustments necessary to kind of just like clean up the act a little bit, get business back to be as usual.
Yeah.
So let's see.
He's played, I think, a little sloppy in the middle of that game where he was just kind of flustered and throwing out aerials. ATATA had some really good whiff punishes. ATATA actually spent a lot of the second stock of Game 2 off stage and just wound up actually benefiting from it. And that's where you know you kind of need to approach the neutral at a different angle.
Yeah.
Because if Ness is beating you when he's off stage, that's not where you want to be. All right, I like that ATATA threw that out because if 8BitMan decides to try to land with a nair to challenge it, fine. If he hits himself away, whatever. That's a new school Ness thing. Whoa, what was that?
Side magnet into
Side
drag
magnet
down
into
up air.
the drag down.
Dude, there's some, like,
That's, ugh, God. See, I have to say I dabble and not I play him because I can't do any of this stuff. ATATA's crazy.
And you think about it, in this position where 8BitMan is, he was actually still supposed to be slated to fight a Ness. This was supposed to be 8-Bit versus Best Ness before Best Ness had to sadly, unfortunately, cancel.
Yeah, well, I guess that means he was still ready for it. And with that was a very smart down smash. Like, catching Ness on landing when you know, like, the direction he's going and what he's doing, that's huge. Although, ATATA with, like, the triple up air, not really letting 8BitMan breathe here. And he catches him with the dangling up smash, putting him on last stock here, game 3. And he is really feeling himself with these combos. 8BitMan has just had a seriously hard time staying on the ground in this third game.
Yeah, this is, like, we're starting to see some shades of game 2 here. Like, ATATA definitely starting to run away with this. But 8-Bit always playing, like, where he's still on the tail end of Ness.
Yeah. Also, ATATA does have quite a bit of Rob experience, I'm fairly certain. Like, we've got Hydra here, who's very solid Rob. And I'm sure he's played against him several times. Not just in this game, but in previous games. So he knows how Rob functions pretty well.
Oh,
wow.
Not gonna kill.
Not
City got one of the tallest ceilings in the game, 192.
It's just really smart, though. Parry up smash. All right, can he make it back? Or is he going to get spiked? 8BitMan going a little too early. Once he figures out the timing on that, this will be a different set. But
there
again,
it's that side magnet up air drag. That is some stuff.
Yeah.
What were we saying before game or during the middle of game 1? Ness has got the sauce.
Yeah, when he's in the
when he's in the zone, when he's in the kitchen, he's got the sauce.
Gyro just hasn't been a factor. I feel like that's one of the best ways to zone out the Ness. And 8BitMan really just has not been converting the off stage of Ness. Like, gets him out there. He goes for the dare spike every time. ATATA's been kind of mixing up his timing on the up B recovery a little bit because he's very adept at doing that, just timing it, you know, a 1/10 of a second later or sooner to try to get around you, spiking him in the top of the head. So, all right. Game 4, ATATA with the 2-1 lead. I actually thought it would be 8BitMan pulling out the adaptation because the character of Ness is more of a, I don't want to say a gimmick, but that feels like a character that's easier to adapt to than Rob would be. But what do I know? ATATA's force of nature.
ATATA is 100% a force of nature. Kid is a monster.
Yeah, it's just, he's got one of the better neutrals I've seen out of a lot of the people that play this game. Because he can kind of do it with anybody. And for a long time, it was just like, I'm going to short hop space every aerial. It'll be safe on shield or it won't. And now it's just, I know where I'm going. He's really solved the character that he's playing.
And let's get into this. Game number 4. 8BitMan on his winner's bracket life. ATATA looking with his sight set on winner semis. So
Lilac Cruise is the pick. I always love seeing Lilac. I love it so much.
Like, there was so much, like, half serious and half, like, sarcasm in that tone of voice.
There was no sarcasm whatsoever.
You like Lilac?
That's my favorite stage.
Man.
I've loved it. Even in Smash 4, I loved it because I think it is the only stage that really gives the unique layout without screwing with the player. And now because you can kind of ride up the bottom wall to grab the ledges on Lilac, it's much more consistent than it ever has been in the past. It's everything that this game needs. I think as a starter, I'm actually not a fan of it being a counter pick because the stages are all so large in this game that Smashville's your only baby one. So if you benefit off of large stages and Lilac's not part of it, you're just like, all right, I banned Smashville. And I guess I'm good now. Lilac's like the second smallest stage.
That's a kill. 8BitMan
going off
coming
on
back
Lilac. This is
with
working out for him.
A absolute vengeance. Ooh.
Very, very close to killing. But ATATA got a lot of work to do, even if he does take a stock here, which 8BitMan is really starting to find himself play much better in this set. Back air is going to take it. Up air,
Right,
up air,
nice
up air, up air.
This man looking like...
I love that move. It drags into itself so well now. There, but ATATA...
Oh, Lilat taketh away there.
Yeah, smart idea, but you got to have the awareness of where the platform is. And you can't say, like, you got Lilated there because it doesn't move. Yeah, and he's going to get him. Sneaks it into his own foot from below Rob.
That was
And
wild.
Suddenly, 8BitMan, who was on a 3-1 stock lead, is in a bit of danger here. Got to be very careful.
There he goes.
That's a good way to be careful. Throw out a back air. Where's Ness going to go?
ATATA was definitely a little gracious with those jump, like aggressive off the ledge options, like a jump forward air. Those are something we were seeing time and time again come from ATATA in game number 2 and 3. And now 8BitMan making the like very well making these adjustments from previous games, and now finding himself in a game 5 situation.
And this is kind of what you wanted to see out of your 4 and 5 seeds. You don't want, you don't want a 3-0 dumpster. You want 5 good games of players adapting to what each other are doing. 8BitMan seemed a lot more comfortable in that last game than he did in the 3 games previous, despite the fact that he didn't get 3-0'd. He was only down 2-1.
There is some very important match happening.
Yeah, there is a crowd among crowds.
It's either Dan and Lucky.
I'm assuming
TM4 Big Mac, Panda Bear Earl of M, or Yumu Welfare.
I see Panda popping off.
So is Panda over Earl of M? Maybe. Something. Who knows?
That crowd over there?
Yeah.
I believe Lucky just beat Super Dan.
Oh, that was Lucky popping? Or that was Panda popping off for Lucky?
Oh.
That seems incorrect.
Okay. This
so that was
gentleman to my right.
Lucky did win 3-1.
Yeah, right, so Lucky won the set against Dan. That was a huge pop-off for that particular set. That's surprising.
Minnesota definitely was going
By
off.
now, people should know, like, Lucky's the best plant. Or, like, the best plant in the States, probably.
Best plant Midwest, for sure.
Midwest, easy. Midwest, free. But, like, the other plants are in Japan. Like, Brood's running around Japan.
The best
doing
plant in
things.
the game is in Japan.
Brood.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brood's crazy.
But you know what? Enough about plant. It's all about a boy versus a robot. This is the reverse of Iron Giant.
Oh, yeah, this is man versus machine of the highest caliber.
Yeah, and here we go. We are on Pokemon Stadium for the Game 5. Who will be sent down into loser bracket? Florida/Midwest.
Yeah.
Or Midwest. So we'll see here.
One way or another, we're getting at least half of a Midwest.
Yeah, at least Midwest
in
and some variation will be in winter semis here. And right now, this is looking like a very solid start, akin to Lilac Cruise by 8BitMan.
Yeah, however, that middle platform, which was incredibly generous to 8BitMan in that Lilac game, is not here. And I like the Pokemon Stadium counter pick for ATATA with Ness because 8BitMan has been killing well on smaller stages, but not as well on the larger ones.
Mm-hmm.
So giving himself, the little boy, the ability to live for a while and just grab you and kill you at 120, or, you know, a lot of Ness's kill options are very explosive. You don't really care so much about the size of the stage. Plus, the layout is also very good for you for things like that drag down without putting yourself in a position where Rob is perpetually, like...
Oh, gets him with a little Rob hands. Boom, boom, boom. He's out. Whoa. Yeah, I think he was going for a crazy shield break shield break setup there with up B.
I don't think up B's ever going to shield break. It would be crazy. You're right. That crazy is the word for it. I'd be terrified of that. All right. ATATA just a little late there on the up smash. 8BitMan has been playing much cleaner. ATATA's actually flubbing, I think, a couple of things with his timing. Although he'll nom-nom that laser. But he is off stage now. 8BitMan still can't quite get the spike.
Really love how right there, like I think had ATATA recovered at his usual speed, 8BitMan finally would have hit the dot and got the 2-frame. But ATATA very much delayed that up B as long as he could to get the the perfect timing to throw 8BitMan off.
All right, so ATATA, with all of the good timing that he's had, is still got a bit of a mountain to climb here, and he's doing it from off stage as Ness. All right, I like that 8BitMan's trying to kind of change up the way that he's edge guarding. He was going for the neutral air off the edge of the stage instead of just straight up the dare because the dare hadn't been working, so that's a good adjustment. Oh, he went for the magnet nair. That would have put 8BitMan in a terrible, terrible spot.
132, 39% on the board for Ness here. This is getting into up throw territory. He cannot afford to get grabbed.
Yeah,
Or maybe even back thrown at the ledge by Rob.
Yeah, unfortunately for 8BitMan, he hasn't been able to get too many grabs.
Oh my God!
That was his chance for one, for sure.
You could see in the player cam that 8BitMan knew he flubbed up some type of kill there. He knew he had it.
But Ness just trying to get chip damage in before he loses inevitably the stock at 175.
Yep.
And that back air is going to help a bit, but you know, only 45 damage for as long as he's lived.
Not bad.
Wow.
Oh, it's still living at 190.
195.
195.
And this has been the problem, the story of this matchup. All right, wise recovery there. He hadn't done that the entire set. He had just been going straight at the ledge. And 8BitMan, it looked like, finally had the timing down, too. So that was actually really not the timing that 8BitMan wanted to see. And now ATATA is actually the one, it looks like, a little bit more in the driver's seat.
He's in the advantage state now. And that's like the one downside to Rob, right? Like his disadvantage state is really, really bad.
It is really bad. That up smash dangling down, 8BitMan going to get up into it and get caught by it. Max Rage, Ness taking the stock, and we're going to have a stock of champions
Stock
here.
of champions. Love it when you get to see it. Game 5 situation. These two are playing so well. Who is going to come out on top? Like, honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah, both of them have had good momentum shifts. Both of them have played well. All right, back throw I'm surprised to see, but I like that because you can do some really crazy stuff if you get him off stage and you catch the DI wrong. 8BitMan wisely actually changed up the DI before the time came. And now we have still kind of dead even here. But dead even honestly feels a little bit weak for Rob because he's had a hard time killing this set.
Yeah, dead even is not like this. If you look at the past games of this set, dead even is not where 8BitMan wants to be against ATATA.
Another parry. He's been parrying those neutral airs so well. Into the gyro
oh
up
my
air.
God!
That was ludicrous.
Oh! This is going to be a risky spot. Is he?
Oh, he went for the dangling yo-yo.
Oh!
He didn't get the tilt. He went for jab, jab, jab. Jab, jab, forward tilt might have killed there. He didn't learn from last time, went for it again. Oh, he ran out of gas. He had been in the air for so long that Rob couldn't recharge the up B. He thought he had more recovery options.
That's not how you want to see the set go down.
No, you don't want to see it end that way, but ATATA gave so much pressure to him off stage that he just